Welcome to the Phoenix Code edition of What They Don't Want You to Know. Let's get started, shall we? It all starts with conditioning in children, and this is why it's illegal to not send your children to school. They want slaves of the system, and this is where it starts. They only teach you what they want you to know and push the American dream propaganda. It holds next to no truth, is vague, and teaches people to not use their intuition nor critical thinking abilities. Why, might you ask? Well, that's because they want you stuck and stagnant. They hide most forbidden knowledge in places the average American can't reach nor explore, example, the Vatican. It's all about keeping you oblivious to their true intentions, as well as blinded to your spiritual self, because this holds the key to the human mind. They poison our food to keep us sick, because there's more money in sickness than cures. They teach us a false food chart intended to make it worse, and that herbal remedies are quacks. The Food Administration is just as guilty. They feed this propaganda and agenda. It all started when Rockefeller created his elite plan to enslave and control the population. He knew that by controlling what we learned, ate, and earned would create a class of citizens that did like they're told, human cattle. By poisoning our food, we'd spend our life savings just to live longer because we're also taught to fear death. Let that sink in for a second. What they won't tell you, though, is that your mindset is actually hell. The hell is not a physical place, and past this realm lies 6 more realms. But back to the food industry. The same companies formerly known as the Rockefellers Oil and Tobacco are now the owners of the 2 largest food processing plants in the United States. But they also own, yep, you guessed it, Big Pharma. Which brings me to my next topic. They also create the poison to the mind and the poison to the body, or give you cures, quote unquote, that give more side effects to keep you, the consumer, in the revolving door of seeking relief. Conditioning worked so well, the truth tellers are now called crazy. Let that sink in for a second. This isn't any separate entities. Big Pharma, the school system, the government, and the medical world are all one and the same. They don't want you to know that there's a plant that cures every known illness to man. Our bodies are a machine, and the GI system regulates everything. And it is factually the most important system of all. One gut issue causes a chain reaction, which will have other organs affected and will cause system damage. Those who question them are often chastised or called crazy, or worse, falsely imprisoned. Anyone that dares to not follow suit is put away from general population to silence them. Now, if murder is illegal, why are they getting away with poisoning our foods, medicines, and even air? Another fun fact. Each prisoner creates general revenue for the government. Looks a lot like school too, don't it? Their narrative is to keep us stuck, stagnant, and sadly ignorant.